Death is a universal part of the human experience. From the moment we are born, we are moving closer to our inevitable demise. Yet despite this reality, humans did not always know how to cope with death. Like a monster under the bed, it lurked in the dark corners of our minds, waiting to be confronted. In the distant past, the way our ancestors dealt with the dead can tell us a lot about how they viewed death itself. In today's video, we will be discussing the story of the oldest known burial. What was it? Who were its inhabitants? And why do these burials reveal more about the human experience than just death? You'll find out everything on this channel. So let's start. 100,000 years ago, in the hills of what is now northern Israel, early humans carried their dead into the darkness of a cave. This cave, Qafzeh Cave, near the city of Nazareth, would become the resting place of one of the most haunting discoveries in archaeology, the oldest known intentional burials in human history. Inside the cave, archaeologists uncovered the skeletons of 15 individuals, carefully placed in shallow graves dug into the earth. These were not accidental deposits, they were deliberate burials, and with them lay the earliest traces of something deeply human: ritual, grief, and love. Among the most striking discoveries was the burial of a young mother and her child, laid side by side, their bodies positioned as if they had been placed with care. Nearby, another grave revealed the skeleton of a 12-year-old boy. But this was no ordinary burial. Next to his skull, archaeologists found red deer antlers, carefully arranged, perhaps as a gift, a symbol, or a marker of his importance to the group. The use of grave goods objects placed with the dead suggests that these early humans believed death was not the end. They may have imagined a journey, or some form of existence beyond life. And then, there was the most powerful clue of all: red ochre. Traces of this iron-rich pigment were found on several skeletons, sprinkled across their bodies. Ochre has long been associated with ritual, symbolizing blood, life, or rebirth. Its presence at Qafzeh suggests that even 100,000 years ago, humans were painting death with meaning. The discovery of Qafzeh Cave in 1937 was a pivotal moment in understanding our past. Tucked away in the hills of northern Israel, this cave wasn't just a random find. It was a portal into the hearts and minds of our ancestors, shedding light on how they lived, loved, and yes, died. The cave's entrance was like a secret whispered through time. It took explorers more than a century to uncover its mysteries. Imagine standing in front of the Qafzeh Cave, the wind whispering tales of ages past. That's exactly what it was like for the team of archaeologists who stumbled upon this hidden gem back in 1937. They knew they had struck gold, or should I say bone. The discovery of the red deer antlers. Have you ever come across an object so ordinary yet so strangely captivating? Well, that's precisely the story of the red deer antlers found at Qafzeh. These aren't just any antlers, they're a window into the rituals and beliefs of our ancestors. Picture this: a 12-year-old boy laid to rest with these antlers by his side. What does it signify? Was he a hunter in training? Did the antlers symbolize strength or courage? Or were they a symbolic offering to the spirit world? These questions echo through time, urging us to decipher their hidden meanings. The placement of the antlers next to the boy's remains suggests a connection, a bond between the living and the dead. They served as a link, a way to communicate, perhaps, or pay respects to the departed. These red deer antlers are more than just artifacts. They're a puzzle piece in the grand scheme of human evolution, helping us understand how our ancestors navigated the complexities of life and death. The excavation process was like peeling back layers of an onion, each revealing a deeper truth. As the dirt moved, layer by layer, these precious bones emerged, whispering stories of lives lived and lost. The archaeologists didn't just unearth skeletons, they discovered narratives. Each bone, each fragment told a tale of human emotion, of connection, and yes, mortality. But who were these people? Their lineage can be traced back to Homo sapiens, our own species. They weren't kings or queens, but ordinary people going about their daily lives in extraordinary times. Life 100,000 years ago was a gamble. Predators lurked around every corner, and resources were a constant concern. Yet these resilient souls pressed on, adapting, innovating, and bonding. They lived in small groups, perhaps 30 to 40 members, a close-knit community where everyone's role mattered. Women likely gathered plants and fruit while men hunted, working together to ensure survival. Children learned the ways of the world from their parents, passing down traditions that would shape future generations. Life was tough, but they were tougher. These early humans were pioneers, explorers charting the unknown. They were storytellers, sharing tales around a fire that gave life meaning. They were artists, leaving behind cave paintings that hinted at a soul. Most importantly, they were human, capable of love, loss, and yes, grief. Their days were filled with laughter, companionship, and the satisfaction of a job well done. They celebrated the birth of a child, the successful hunt, the changing seasons, each moment a reason to come together. But life's joys were often tempered with sorrow. Illness, injury, old age, and yes, death were unwelcome guests. When death did arrive, they didn't shy away. They faced it head-on, turning a natural process into a ritual. The rituals surrounding death were a beautiful blend of respect, love, and a touch of mystery. It wasn't just about burying the body. It was about saying goodbye, ensuring the soul's journey, and honoring the life that had been lived. The burial process was a communal affair, bringing the group together in shared grief. The body was washed, adorned, and placed in a grave. Grave goods were not just offerings, but tokens of remembrance, a way to keep the deceased close. The red deer antlers, the very mention of them stirs a profound emotion within us. It's a reminder of the deep connections our ancestors had with the natural world. But it's also a reflection of the bonds they formed with each other, creating a legacy that echoes through time. These antlers, symbols of strength and resilience, were more than just grave goods. They were a community's way of saying farewell, ensuring their young hunter was prepared for his journey into the unknown. They were a community coming together in the darkest of times, united in grief, but also in hope. The use of these antlers suggests a society that valued its young, that saw potential and promise in their midst. It was a community that honored its dead, ensuring that their physical remains were treated with dignity, while their spirits were sent off with the blessings of their loved ones. The ochre, the ochre. Just the word conjures images of vibrant sunsets, earthy tones, and the raw beauty of the natural world. But in the context of the Qafzeh Cave, it becomes something more, something deeply symbolic. It was more than just a pigment extracted from the earth. It was a bridge between the physical and the spiritual, a way to connect with the realm of the dead. Each stroke of ochre on bare skin or scattered on a grave was a prayer, a plea, or a promise whispered to the heavens. It was a testament to the power of human emotion, a tangible expression of love, loss, and the search for meaning in a world full of unknowns. Imagine sitting around a fire with your closest friends, the flickering flames casting dancing shadows on the cave walls. The air is thick with anticipation as someone begins to share stories of the afterlife, tales of journeys into the unknown, encounters with spirits, or messages from beyond. As the night deepens, the fire burns low, and the mysteries of the universe seem a little less daunting, a little more comprehensible. The red ochre found on the skeletons of the Qafzeh Cave inhabitants was more than just a cosmetic. It was a statement, a bold declaration of faith, hope, and love. It was a silent scream, echoing through time, a desperate attempt to understand death, loss, and the enduring strength of the human spirit. It speaks of a community grappling with the harsh realities of life, seeking solace in the embrace of the afterlife. It was a reminder that even in the darkest moments, the human spirit yearned for light, for connection, and for the promise of something beyond the veil. As we stand before the echoes of the past, let us remember those who walked this earth before us. Let us marvel at their strength, their resilience, and their unyielding spirit. For in their stories, we find our own, a testament to the enduring legacy of humanity. Thanks for watching. See you next time.